microphones have to speak louder. So the message for me for this month is about everyday miracles. And I've been really sitting with that a lot, this week especially. And what does that mean? You know, and I was thinking, we think of, biblically, we think of, everyday miracles. Miracles are huge things like, things that are in the Bible, like the burning bush and Moses parting the sea and all those things. But actually, there's miracles happening every moment. And they're there for all of us. And we don't always see them. We don't always experience them, but they're always there. Isn't that right? So I want to talk about that today, and then if anyone has any of their own stories to tell about your everyday miracle, it would be wonderful to share that together, because so many things happen and we don't really put it in the, what is a miracle anyway? For me, just the breath is a miracle. Finest little things. So I wanted to just read you a few things. Albert Einstein says, and I'm sure you've heard this quote before, there are only two ways to live your life. One is as though nothing is a miracle, and the other is as though everything is a miracle. Have you heard that before? So what if? So the question here is, what if we could live each moment that our affirmation is, today I'm experiencing everyday miracles. That today I choose to see and experience miracles in my life. To actually open up the channel for that, to open up, the energy for that to show up. Because it opens up every possibility. To me, a miracle is anything possible beyond what we could even imagine. What does a miracle mean to you? Anybody? When I say miracle, what does that mean to you?
Well, in this sense, I think if something goes according to plan, that's a miracle.
Okay. That says a lot right there. But anybody else?
Yeah, my kids are there.
Your kids are miracles.
Old kids.
Okay. Especially yours. Yeah.
For me, when you're actually aware of universal spirit in action,
Yeah. Absolutely. Aren't we each a miracle? Really? I mean, when you come down to it, isn't each one of us a miracle? We don't always think that way, but, to me, each and every one of us is a miracle. Who we are, what our bodies can do, what we're capable of, everything is a miracle. Anybody else have any kind of what a miracle is to you?
I think when it's, you set yourself maybe some limitations and something way outside what you're thinking actually occurs. And that's for me, it's not really a miracle, but it is within my own consciousness. Because it's way more than I expected, or way different, better. Yeah.
But isn't that what a miracle means anyway? I mean, what does a miracle mean, really? For me, it means, something that's beyond what we know, what we think.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say in harmony with natural spiritual laws.
Yeah. Which is similar to what you said, Mike. Marianne Williamson says, and I put this on Facebook, and I just love this, it's so true. A miracle is a shift in perception from fear to love. A miracle is a shift in perception from fear to love. Which is really what we're here to keep constantly doing, is shifting the fear. Because then we open to amazing things. the fear gets in the way a lot of the time, doesn't it? So
I
it's,
think of that as like shifting from fear to faith to sort of like how quickly I go to fear. I mean, it's like an instantaneous, almost unconscious reaction. And now, you train your mind to get out of that and go to the faith, and then miracles like are everywhere. It's like the minute you're in that state of grace where you have that faith, then, there's miracles like every minute, pretty much.
yeah, wouldn't that be great to live in that? And the beautiful thing, to me, a miracle is being conscious, is actually having the choice, the consciousness to go, no, I'm not choosing to go to the fear. I'm choosing to go here, to love and to faith and to something higher and greater. And we all have that. We all are in the place in our lives. Everyone here in this room and listening have that in us to say, okay, I'm shifting from this fear as quickly as possible, and I'm consciously choosing love. I'm consciously choosing something greater and higher for my life. And it's a choice, isn't it? Our thoughts are a choice. I mean, we do have a choice to think what we're thinking and to change those thoughts. So I love that one. I thought you said that so great. I was thinking of some of the miracles, and not just in my life, but what came to mind was this baby in Nepal that I've talked to you all about at the Nepal Orphans Home, who at 10 weeks old, her mother had a psychotic episode and chopped her feet off. And this child, this baby, survived it. To me, is an incredible miracle. That she got to the hospital from her village, which was very far away. She got to Kathmandu Hospital, and she had bled out. She had lost all the blood, and she had died, virtually. And 2 doctors brought her back. Well, 2 doctors worked on bringing her heart back. And the senior doctor, after 3 goes, said, no, let's call it. And the junior doctor said, no, 1 more. And I've been really thinking about that, of how he played such a part in her being alive. It was almost like they had a contract together, her soul and his soul, to, for him to do one more go, and she came back. And this child is so happy. She's just incredible. What a gift she is to everybody around her. And what a miracle she is to everybody around her. And don't we all know somebody like that? Maybe not that story, but there's somebody that we look at and go, wow. From adversity comes triumph, comes amazing miracles.
I watched this video yesterday on Helen Keller, and she had like amazing life, even though she had all these disabilities, and even though she didn't experience a miracle healing of her disabilities, her life itself was a miracle, the way she lived her life.
And she was a miracle to everyone that came in contact with her. She changed people's lives just by being who she was. And if we think about people like that in our lives, and how we've done that, how we've been that to other people, we may not always know, we may not always be told that yes, we did that, but we all are that to other people, whether it be our children, our friends, people we might have helped in our life. It's a nice thing to kind of just think about. There's a man named Robin Sharma. Have you heard of him? He's an author, writes some amazing books. He has this quote, everything that scares you is an opportunity to know your best self better. So we can look at fear that way, almost like welcoming, okay, bring it on, All right, I'm gonna, know myself better so that I can experience even more of what's possible. What if we focus on experiencing everyday miracles instead of focusing on our problems? If we really focus on that instead of we put our focus on what's not working. We're talking a lot, I've been working on some stuff in myself, you know, as we know more, we find the blocks that are there for ourselves, and certainly for me, I've been really getting a core belief for me that I thought that it had been cleared, but it's still there. So I've been really sitting with that today, like sitting in it, in the uncomfortableness of it, and tracing back to where it first came from, and doing the stuff I do with my clients, but you know, doing it this morning with myself. And my thing that's been holding me back is about feeling wrong, that I've done something wrong, or that something about that this is wrong, you know, that this is not working, that something's wrong. And it's just been interesting for me to see how that has stopped me experiencing miracles. You know, that when I get out of that, then amazing things happen. So when we focus on what's not working, we get more of that. You know, I love these teachings of New Thought of Science of Mind. What I love about it, what I felt so connected with, and why I studied it for years, was that it was all about the mind and what we think we create. And the minute we have the thought, we start to put that out there. And now we're bombarded with that teaching everywhere. You know, Abraham Hicks and you know so many teachers, Wayne Dyer, and so many teachers are talking about this. You know, this truth about the mind. And so what we focus on, we create. So what if for this next month, or even for this next week, or even just for this next day, we focus on experiencing miracles? Whatever that might be in our life. How many are up for that challenge? So being really conscious, and you might want to join up with somebody and have them be your little partner in this for this week, and just say, you know, like, so you can support each other in focusing the mind differently, and focusing on, if there is a problem or a block, not focusing on that, but focusing on showing the miracle. I'm ready to see the miracle. I'm ready to be that miracle, to you know, be that instrument. And sometimes it's good to have, you know, have a person. Rob and I are prayer partners, and we call each other, Skype each other whenever we can, and hold each other in prayer. And I do it with Curtis and Fuchsia. And, you know, it's wonderful to have somebody that you can just hold each other and say, okay, what have you created today? Or where are you focused today? What miracles have happened for you lately? Where has your mind been focused? So we can keep, you know, reminding ourselves to keep going back to that we have that choice of which channel we want. So you all know each other really well in here now. You know, we're a family. So if there's somebody you know you want to maybe do that with for the next week or the next month, who would be up for that? Okay. Yay. Beautiful. So it's done. Always say yes to the present moment. You know, for me, this is from Eckhart Tolle. Always say yes to the present moment. What could be more futile, more insane than to create inner resistance to what already is? What could be more insane than to oppose life itself, which is now and always now? Surrender what is. Say yes to life and see how life suddenly starts working for you rather than against you. Because everything is in the present moment, isn't it? Because miracles really happen in the present moment. We can be able to shift the past and shift the fear and be really present in this moment. I know when I'm with our grandkids, you know, and I'm so present. It's the same feeling I get when I'm in Nepal with the kids, and I'm the most present I've ever been in my life, and nothing is there except what's happening in that moment. It feels like such a miracle. So really practicing being present. Really present in whatever you're doing also creates that opening for miracles, doesn't it? Because how often are we really present? We're with someone in the mind's going, what am I going to do tomorrow? What do I have to call them? I better write this down, you know? Isn't that true? Sometimes we don't even hear somebody because our mind's already maybe even thinking, what am I going to ask them next? Or what are we going to talk about next? And so we miss that miracle that's taken place in that moment. Has anyone ever noticed that? Because our minds are always so active. So it takes us out of just being present. So that's another great practice for this month of June, especially for Geminis. Being present because you have two people there all the time. You have to get both of them together to be present. Are there any other Geminis in the room besides me?
My moon sign's Gemini.
Pardon?
My moon sign's Gemini.
Really, the older I get, the better it is. Those parts of me are like a lot closer together now. But it used to be like I'd have to ask each one, so what do you think about this? And they get their opinion. What do you think about this? It's almost like having a split personality.
Oh, bless you. Oh, funny.
So here's a great affirmation from Louise Hay. I'm a magnet for miracles. How do you like that one? So let's say it. I'm a magnet for miracles. Is that good?
Yeah.
Does that feel kind of like warm and fuzzy inside? I'm a magnet for miracles.
I'm in
Good one to remind yourself to say. So when you're, really focused on being in the moment and focused on creating that and not focusing on the other stuff, the problems and the things that aren't working, but really focusing on being a magnet for miracles, for incredible things, for extraordinary life, right? To me, miracles is really an extraordinary life, which we all deserve, which we all came here for. As we get to go through the shit and all the stuff that's there in this physical realm, there's so much more taking place, isn't there? There's so much more. I want to talk a little bit about, and I know a lot of you already have some idea of this and might be practicing this, but what I was really thinking about in my life, especially in these years, putting these teachings really into place in my life, how things have really benefited for me, and what helped shift from being in a negative place to being in an open, receptive, spiritual place. And for me, that's prayer. And one of the things that I loved about these teachings is this 5-step affirmative prayer treatment, also called spiritual mind treatment. So how many of you know of it? So I wanted to kind of go over the steps, so you might want to practice it at home and get to know it a little bit better, because of all the teachings that I've experienced in my life, this has been one of the most powerful ones. And I've been really getting the message of get it out there. I've been saying to Chris, we got to just get it out there bigger, because it is such a powerful tool to use every day. So you ready? Okay, so there's 5 steps. And Robin lives and breathes this too. 5 steps, and the 5 steps are, come on you guys. Recognition, unification, realization, gratitude, and release. So those are the 5 steps. So recognition is the step of connecting us back to the truth straight away. Connecting our mind to that higher power, that higher truth, that God consciousness, that spirit consciousness, whatever you call it, right? Some people don't use the name God, they use others. So whatever you want to call it, it's that power and presence that's everywhere, in and through everything. It's that presence that when we touch upon it, when we feel it, we feel so open and connected and one, and like everything is working for our good. How many of you have had that connection? Like that you maybe it's been an instantaneous one, or that you went into meditation and you felt this connection that nothing else was going on, but you felt like you were one and part of everything. felt that presence strongly. So this is the first stage, connects you to that presence. To recognizing it. To recognizing that it's everywhere, in and through everything. That it's omnipotent, omnipresent, everywhere present. And then the second stage, which is really, really important, is unification. And that's a stage where you become one with this power. So it's not outside of us. And that's, I think, what I loved about these teachings was that it's that oneness. It's not that God or Spirit is outside of us. It's within us. All of us. And that's the truth. And to me that resonated so strongly, like, oh yeah, you know? It's not out here, it's here. It's in all of us. It's the very breath that we breathe. It's that energy that resonates in all of us. Sometimes we forget that it's actually there, but it is. So that's unifying yourself with that divine source, with the one power, with the one presence. That is who you are. Made in the image and likeness, each and every one of us. No matter what we think about ourselves, no matter how tough we get in ourselves, no matter what a strong critic we are, the truth is that we are divinely inspired, that we are one with the divine. So what if we just held those two? The mind would shift. Shifts. It has to shift. Because the minute we become one, all the other stuff falls away. All the fear falls away, all the doubt falls away, all the uncertainty falls away, and we open up to miracles. Even more. We open up to more good, to more flow, to all those things that we all want in our lives, to better health, to vitality, to financial good, to all those things. So those two steps, pretty understand that got them? Recognition, unification. The third one is realization. What's that? So that's really the affirmation stage of this treatment. You're affirming what you want to create in your life. Not that it's going to happen tomorrow. Maybe next year I'll have this. No, but it's happening right now. So whatever that might be, my health is, I have wonderful health. My health is improving immensely. Or, whatever it is, you're doing it in the present time. That it's happening right now.
That it already exists.
That it already exists. That's right. Already exists. The minute we think that it already exists, the minute it's there, it already exists. Absolutely. So realization. And you could use any words here for yourself. I realize that I am the light. I realize that I am abundant. I realize that everything is flowing to me easily and effortlessly. You're realizing you're claiming it. You're calling it forth in this stage. You're affirming it for yourself. So the minute you line up with that power and you go into affirming it, it's like, it's happening. And then the next stage is gratitude, which is such an important part of any prayer of our life, of a spiritual practice, is being grateful, thankful that it's already happened. So you're going into gratitude that it's already taken place. You're already celebrating the fact that it's already happened. Because in that mind of God, in that mind of Spirit, it already has happened. It's just our physical human self allowing it to manifest. So going into gratitude. And the last stage is releasing it. It's letting it go. Knowing that it's already done, like you said. It's already done. I release this knowing that truly it's already done. And it's just showing up in the perfect way, in the perfect time, always. So powerful. Powerful to use it for yourself, for people you care about, for the planet, for everything. Because it's a shifting us into that place of being open and receptive to miracles, to everyday miracles taking place. And really, are we going to say no to those? No, I don't want to. I've had enough miracles for one day. No, I don't think I can handle it anymore. Thank you very much. No. Oh, we want to say bring it on. Really, bring it on. Don't we? Don't you want to say like bring it on? Bring on the good. You know, what are we here for? Really, we're here to really allow all this incredible stuff in.
Laurie, when we learned spiritual mind treatment, the joke was that the 5 steps, how you remember them, was God is, I am, I know, thanks a lot, and I'm out of here.
Please say that again, Robert. I haven't heard that. That's really
really the quick and, we call it the quick and dirty 5-step process.
Say it again.
God is,
That's the recognition.
right, I am,
I am, unification.
I know,
I know.
realization, thanks a lot, and I'm out of here.
I love that. I never learned that.
Wow.
That's really good.
It's good.
Because a lot of times we forget the words, right? But it's just getting the gist of it, really, and remembering that all of those things are possible. Thank you. I love that. Now, I'm a magnet for miracles. So we're going to finish with a little wonderful yogic, Kundalini yogic meditation. So if you would want to join me in bringing your hands together so that you form like a cup, and you can have your hands up by your solar plexus, wherever is comfortable for you, with your hands opened up, or down here, wherever you want to be. It's all good. And then keeping all this in mind, all these miracles, being open, closing your eyes if you'd like to, just begin to imagine and calling in all these miracles and blessings into your life. Imagine yourself being surrounded by a beautiful light, beautiful divine energy, divine grace. It's just showering upon you. Call it in. Open yourself up to receive. Feel that it's coming into you, into your crown, into your body, into your hands, that you're surrounded by this beautiful energy, by this beautiful light, that it's part of you, that you're calling in all the blessings for yourself, that you're letting those blessings pour through you, filling yourself up. As you breathe, let it just fill you up even deeper. These blessings, grace, light, love, miracles, all those good things, that you are in alignment with all of that right now. And then as you fill yourself in your hands, start to wash yourself with this beautiful energy, taking your hands, and you don't have to touch, but just washing it through you. So bringing it all through your energy, if you'd like to, and just washing it. You're washing yourself with this light. You're saying yes inside to accepting all of this, to knowing and remembering that you are one with the divine, that this is your absolute birthright. And then you can take all that energy and just place it right at your heart. Bring your hands together so that you're breathing in that energy right at your heart chakra. And breathing it in. Feel that beautiful light, beautiful love just pouring into you. Taking it in. You can imagine colors within you, whatever way you want to do it. Just saying yes to that unity that is your life. To that oneness that is your life. Breathing in your oneness with the divine, your oneness with the Creator, your oneness with Spirit, your oneness with love. Feel that opening up inside of you, that place to receive so much more good and miracles. To receive, to see it, to experience it, to know it, presence right inside of you as you. You are that divine presence. You are that holy presence. It is who you are. It is who you always have been. And inside yourself, feel that yes. You are saying yes to the truth. Yes to that truth that about you that is always present. Yes to remembering that truth. Ready, you can open your eyes, feeling that power within you, alive and well. And we just say yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes.